How to use a smart weighted hula hoop for total beginners. Step 1, put your smart hula hoop on. Now, depending on the smart hoop you have, this is going to be different how you put your smart hoop on. Now, some of you may be thinking, where do you wear the smart hoop on your body? Should you maybe wear it lower or should you wear it higher? The answer to that question may depend on the person. Some people, they like to wear it lower. Some people find it easier when it's lower. Now, personally, when I have placed it lower on my body, I have found that sometimes I can get some more power in my spins, but I've also discovered that it feels a little bit more uncomfortable when I wear it lower too. So that might be part of it, is just which one is more comfortable. And if you are wondering what smart hoop am I wearing, this is the Swiss Activa S6 Plus, which has become my favorite smart hoop to use. Swiss Activa is also the sponsor of this video. This smart hoop spins silky smooth and it's the best smart hoop I have tested, which is really saying something considering the amount of smart hoops that have been tested on this channel. And on top of it, Swiss Activa is offering my audience a special discount by using my coupon code located in the description of this video. So if you want to get yourself a great hoop, hop down to the description, follow the links there, and use my coupon codes. Also, if you buy through those links, it does help to support this channel. So thank you so much for your support. Now back to the lesson. Step 2, get in the correct stance. Make sure that you are standing up straight. What I recommend doing is standing about shoulder width apart. Pretty much the motion to doing this is doing more or less a side to side motion. Now you can do some other stances, but this typically I have found is probably the best stance to start in for beginners. Also, make sure to flex your abs and tuck your tummy in while you are spinning that ball around. Once you are in the correct stance and you have a basic idea of how to make the ball spin around your body, now it's time to move on to step 3, which is to take that ball and then give it a nice throw around your body. To get a good throw in, you can hold the ball in your hand like this or hold the ball by the cord as well. And then what you're gonna do is slide that ball horizontally either to your right or to the left. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and throw that ball. Now, the key here to keep this going, like I said previously, is you're kind of doing a side to side motion. Now, if I kind of stand to the side here so that you can see what I am doing. Now, something you may notice, I am, for the most part, keeping my back straight. I do not recommend more or less rocking your shoulders forward, okay? To maintain good posture, keep your back straight, and there really should be little movement to keep this going. If you're, having to go every which way to keep the ball spinning, you may want to check your form and your stance. Also too, you may want to take your phone and video yourself just so you can see what you're doing. Sometimes being able to see yourself is the best way to see if you're making any mistakes. Now, if you are struggling to get your ball to spin around or it just doesn't feel that smooth, there are some reasons why that may be happening. One may be it could possibly be your hoop. Yes, you could possibly have the wrong smart hoop. There are some smart hoops out there that really are garbage and nobody should be using. Here's the thing is, if you're spinning your smart hoop around and let's say, it's catching or it's just not that smooth, it doesn't feel that smooth when it goes around, then it could be your hoop and you may need to get a new hoop. And if you are in need of a smart hoop, then I highly recommend getting a Swiss Activa smart hoop. Like I mentioned previously, you can use my coupon code in the description of this video to get a discount off your hoop. I just can't stress this enough. If you're watching this video and you're using a bad hoop, I could teach you all the tricks and tips in the world, and it probably won't matter because you will likely have a much harder time learning, and in some cases, you may not even be able to do anything at all. This is why it is so important to have a good hoop so that you can give yourself the greatest chance at being successful. Now, something else that could be impacting your smart hooping is the length of the cord. Let's say if you are still struggling, then I definitely would recommend changing the cord length of the ball. When that ball is further away from your body, typically the ball will spin slower. And when that ball is closer to your body, typically the ball will spin faster. Now, Now, when that ball is much closer to your body, it may make for a more intense workout. That is something I do recommend working up to, is trying to get that ball closer to your body so that you can get more of an intense workout. If you are really struggling, I do recommend just playing with the cord length. Try a longer cord length, try a closer cord length, and see which one works best for you and makes it easier. Once you are able to get the ball to spin around consistently, I do recommend trying some different things. So one being is try to spin your ball at varying speeds. Try to spin it slower. So maybe you have that ball going really slow, like I'm trying to spin it slower right now. And then I want you to work up to trying to get that ball to spin faster around. Try the varying speeds. The next thing I want you to practice is smart hooping in various stances. Move out of the shoulder width stance, and another stance you could try is just putting one foot in front of you. In this stance, it's more of a sort of rocking your core from front to back while still keeping your shoulders for the most part isolated, because you don't want to in this position start rocking. Sometimes it's easy to rock those shoulders downwards, and if that starts happening, then you might want to get better first at doing the shoulder width stance, and as you get better over time and this becomes more smooth, then switch to that rocking back and forth stance, and then also switch back and forth. Go from shoulder width to one foot in front of the other, rocking back and forth stance, and then going back to shoulder width stance. Also, you can practice putting your feet close together like this and maintaining that ball as it spins around. You can also put your feet really far apart like this as well. And really just practice switching between those stances and increasing the speed at which you can make that switch. Once you are able to switch into different stances, I recommend moving your feet even more and trying to take some steps forward. So maybe you could just take a baby step and then try with the other foot, and then eventually get to a point where you can kind of more or less walk with your hoop. Now, this may take some time, so walking forward and then also walking backwards. Okay, so this is something that you can practice, because you want to eventually get up to a point where this becomes smooth and fluid. And then just like walking forward and then walking backwards, you can also practice going to the sides. So take some steps to the sides like this. And this can be really great to add to your workout and really try to focus on maintaining your balance in these positions here. Something else I recommend doing is trying to spin in the same direction, and then also spinning in the opposite direction as well. Along with being able to move your feet and your lower body more fluidly, I also recommend practicing moving your upper body as well. Practice moving your hands while you are doing this activity, okay? And really just move your hands in all locations, and also your shoulders. You know, you can practice bringing your shoulders back, kind of rolling your shoulders. Practice all of these movements, because what I recommend that you do is eventually getting to a point where you can more or less dance with your hoop. So you can turn some tunes on and then move your hands and your body and your feet to the music. And that's when I feel like using a smart hoop can get really fun. If you do plan to move your hands a lot during your workouts, be cognizant of where the ball is spinning around your body. Sometimes doing more of that dancing movement can make that ball shift up a little higher as it spins around, and you do not want to hit your hand on the ball. This is something that has happened to me before, and it can really hurt. Now, you don't necessarily have to dance to get the best workout with your hoop. Other workout ideas include using hand weights. Yes, so you can hold hand weights in your hands and do exercises with the weights as well. Now, if you are in need of hand weights, I did put an affiliate link in the description of this video to the hand weights that I would recommend. Another tip, it's important to spin the ball in both directions. So if you only go to the right, then take the ball and then spin it to the left. And I recommend doing both directions evenly. Something else to think about, make sure you have the right amount of links in your smart hoop. Because if you're wearing your smart hoop and let's say it's just super tight and you have to wear it up higher on your body, then that could also be limiting to using your smart hoop. And for some people, that might make it more challenging. In that case, you may have to get some extra links to put in there so that you could bring that smart hoop down lower. Also, there's the other side of that where if you have too many links in the hoop, and let's say it is too loose on your body, then the smart hoop may not have a surface to press up against. When that ball is spinning around, it might just feel loose. I don't recommend having too many links as well. And so this is where you're just gonna have to experiment. Try less links, try more links, and see how it works. Also, make sure you are wearing your smart hoop correctly. Position your hoop so that it goes horizontal and is level. I don't recommend that you wear your smart hoop like this, having it diagonal on your body. Now, I purposefully put an extra link in the smart hoop just so that I can demonstrate this and show you how not to wear your smart hoop. Now, if you have access to a mirror, I do recommend using your smart hoop in front of a mirror just so that you can see if your smart hoop is going diagonal on your body. Sometimes when you put it on, you may put it on horizontally and then you give it a spin and then it will start to shift and go into a more diagonal position. Now, if that is happening, there are some reasons why that may be occurring. One reason may be you just don't have the correct form or posture, or the stance that you're in may be jostling that hoop out of position. Another possible reason is you don't have the right amount of links in your hoop. As you can see here, I had to add an extra link in this hoop just to get the hoop to go so diagonal on my body. Another possible reason why your smart hoop may go out of position after you spin it is it could also just be your smart hoop. Some smart hoops are better than others at staying more secure on your body, so that is something you may want to think about. Also, something else to think about, if you are using your smart hoop, if you find that it feels uncomfortable to wear, something I recommend getting is an underpad or some type of waist belt to put underneath the smart hoop. Sometimes just having something like this can make the experience feel more comfortable, and sometimes that extra cushion for some people may even possibly reduce the risk of bruising or marks occurring on the body. If you are in need of a pad to put under your smart hoop, hop down to the description where I put my affiliate links with more information about that. Now, I will also put out there, wearing an underpad doesn't necessarily mean it's going to prevent you from getting injury. There are some people out there where using a hula hoop is not the best exercise to do, and I do recommend that you consult with a medical professional first, especially if you plan to use a smart weighted hula hoop consistently for exercise. Now, if you are interested in connecting with other people that use smart hoops and you want to share your workout progress or see other people's progress, like before or after pictures, then I recommend joining the Smart Hoop group that I created on Facebook. It currently has over 30,000 members. We do monthly challenges in that group. Sometimes those challenges offer prizes, so I do recommend checking that out. I put a link to that group in the description of this video. Now, if you have found this content to be helpful and you think other people could get something from this, please subscribe and like this video. The more subscribes I get to this channel, it tells me that I'm doing something right. And also it may tell the YouTube algorithm like, hey, this is a good video. We should recommend this to more people. And then maybe more people will get helped and learn how to use a smart hula hoop. So thank you for subscribing. And if you want to watch more of my smart weighted hula hoop tutorials or workout videos, check out some of the videos that are appearing on the screen right now. I'm Hoopsmiles. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy.